Colorado's cattle are getting fat. A backlog at processing plants means that ranchers who raise the cattle don't have anywhere to take them when they're fully grown and ready for processing. So that means that the cattle stay on the ranch and eat more grass, and that costs our Colorado ranchers more money. Here's Mark Salinger.
They're playful more than anything. They like to run around and mess around.
The ranches in northern Colorado,
It's about 740 pounds of beef right there.
can be as lucrative as they are beautiful.
So the purple tag there, 1928, he's ready to go. He's market weight.
Josh Shardulo relies on the cattle to pay the bills.
Right now we have 32 head.
But small ranchers like him are now struggling to turn their livestock into profit.
It's hard to sell it when people are calling wanting to buy a half or a whole beef, and I tell them they got to wait, 6 months, 7 months to get their product.
Food processing companies are backed up across the state, forcing ranchers like Josh to keep their cattle longer, even if they're ready to be sold to hungry customers.
So what you're seeing is an oversaturation of fat cattle within the market.
Alan Wooten usually helps Josh process his cattle. He's a livestock harvester in Loveland. His small business is backed up just like the others.
There's just no break. It's one after another, after another, after another.
Terry Frankhauser represents ranchers with the Colorado Cattlemen's Association. He says everything from COVID to staffing shortages to supply chain issues to smaller processors shutting down is causing the backup.
So I think the backup is still more significant now than what we saw, previous to the pandemic.
All we can do is hurry up and wait.
The cattle won't stop eating and getting bigger. Every day, that costs him money.
You don't want to cut quality, so we're trying to figure out ways to cut costs and just kind of hang in there until we can start getting the meat sold and get some revenue back into the business.
The Cattlemen's Association tells me most of the bigger plants are back up and running in full strength. All these smaller food processing companies, that's where we're seeing the backup. So when you think of the bigger ones like JBS and Greeley, I'm told that they used to have these large backups because of COVID, staffing challenges, even the cyber attack against the company. But Kyle, they've been able to make it through most of that backlog right now.
When you think about ranching, Mark, from my limited understanding, they don't have huge margins. So if they're paying more, then the end consumer is going to have to pay more. They're getting squeezed a couple different ways right now.
Yeah, when you think of, well, is the cost of my steak going to go up? The answer is maybe, but there's a lot of different factors that also play into that. So all the money that they put into feeding the cattle, all the money that they put into different things that the cattle need, if those prices go up with inflation and other things like that, those factors will eventually be passed along.
All right, Mark Salinger, thank you.